This live feed will not be staying up. I'm out of coffee too. This will be a teaching moment for you newbies in the spot market, or in any market, to be honest with you. You could be a company driver and listen to this message. I'm drilling here. This is brought to you by Ozarka Water. And let's see what we got going on. Alright. My videos. I see YouTube screwing up as well. Everybody's screwing up. What's wrong? I guess I won't read my own comments. There we go. There we are. There we go. There we are. Echo. So I've been working in 2 weeks for various reasons. And I finally get back to work. Problem number one, dealing with the trailer. Trailer has an issue I had to fix. Number two, had a 5:30 a.m. appointment, so I went to work yesterday to stage so I wouldn't burn up my clock. You know, instead of leaving out at 3:30 in the morning to get here on time, I can just leave at 5 in the morning and be here on time, right? So I went to Joplin at a truck stop, whole 9 yards, you know. Oh, and just in case you guys think I'm in my driveway, look, there's another truck. There's some snow and bull crap, right? You're just getting the circle of death. It's working for me, John. It's working for me. So why am I going live? See, what do you got to rant about? So I get here, and I get that look from the shipping clerk after waiting 20 minutes for them to even come to the window. And like, well, we don't start loading till 8. I'm like, no, I've been here early before. You know, that's the thing. When you know these customers, right? And they give you all these excuses and like, well, your pickup number isn't working. It's not even on the docket. It's not even like, it doesn't even exist. And he's like, where are you going? I'm going to Springdale, Arkansas. Actually, no, I said Rogers, right? And so I put my pickup number. He goes, man, we don't have, okay, you know what? This is your new pickup number. I'm like, okay. So he puts that new number down. So about 5 minutes later, I'm looking at my app. And I go, this is Springdale. So I go back and say, no, it's Springdale. He goes, it doesn't matter. Rogers, Springdale, doesn't matter. I'm like, okay. Excuse me, mister. So I'm waiting. I'm looking at the load board. There's a few things that I want to pick. And, you know, I'm thinking, you know, my delivery appointment's not till 12:30. It's only a 70-mile load. Well, it's 80 official miles, you know, because you're not going to go the direct way because, you know, Google Maps and all. And I'm waiting, and finally I get loaded. So I pull out of the dock, and I'm like all hunky dory. Yeah, we were making your product as we were, you know, loading you. So I'm like, you know, you get that excuse, you know. So I get the seal, and some told me not to seal the trailer yet. So I go up to the gate, or to the, not the gate, but the shipping office. Now there's a different person. And there's a different person working. And I tell her what's going on, and she's like, Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Here's your paperwork. I'm like, this is not where I'm delivering. This is not me as the carrier. This is not even the broker I'm using. This is not the warehouse that's on my app. This is not my product. So she's like, now she's mad. She's like, oh, well. So we kind of haggled a little bit. She's like, well, go back in your door and we'll unload you. I said, was my product even yeah, the broker didn't schedule or the customer didn't schedule the pickup appointment time. Oh. So I back into my dock. I go back up there. I said, do you even have my product? She's like, yeah. We'll start loading you after we unload you. Okay. I don't think I'm going to make my 12:30 appointment now. I called the broker and told them that. I said, hey, they said appointment wasn't made. You know, and this is the second time that this particular broker made mistakes on their end, and it's going to cost them dearly. And this is why brokers don't want to give up money when you haggle with them, because they know they're going to pay out the nose if they make a mistake. So my philosophy is don't make mistakes. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, don't get me wrong. But now, this could have been a real big one for me, because had I not been paying attention, and this is the teaching moment, okay? There's two teaching moments with this. And I'll get to the comments here. I'll be like bigrigceo and be really late with the comments. The teaching moment is always look at your paperwork to make sure that everything's good. Okay? Had I not looked at that paperwork, I might have been to Neosho before I figured out that this ain't right. Wrong customer, wrong broker, wrong freight. I'm now a thief of 40,000 pounds of refreshing carbolicious, right? And so yay for me on that one, because I've made that mistake. I don't know if you guys remember, but 3 years ago I made a live feed because I made them. Oh no, it wasn't a live feed. It was a recorded video where I had taken the wrong trailer. I was at Schneider. I'd taken the wrong trailer off the customer, signed the paperwork, and got halfway there to where I needed to be before I realized I had the wrong paperwork. I had to backtrack 150 miles. That was a good day. That was an excellent day. That was a beautiful day. So I made that mistake. So it's not like me being smarter than you. It's me screwing up before you. Of course, Jeff goes live. And so the second is patience, because guess what? I'm going to get maxed attention out of this load. And then who knows what's going to happen when I get to the delivery customer. And, you know, and inform the broker of all steps. So, yeah, Jeff went live. He doesn't like me anymore. So we'll read some comments. I see we've only got 20 people in here anyways. So, we got Don, Grafton, Lee, Lost Cause, Pale Rider TV, Donnie Luke, Karen Anderson, Alexander, Overtax from Minnesota, GNC Family Trucking, working on my end as well. Morning Snow Lord. Rick, how's it going? Rick LP. You got RN and you got Rick. That's why I went local. Got tired of Rick, this is a local run. That's the thing. It's 70 miles. You know, Jeff is fired. You know, he's gonna look. You can go to Jeff's live feed. He's gonna tell you about stocks. He's going to tell you about Dogecoin, and he is going to put up some numbers from the 123 low board, and he'll tell you, you know, all that. So, what's up, old man, old fat white guy? How's it going? We can stream Jeff's live feed. The Hool's in the house. So I you know, John, I really don't have that much smart stuff to say. It's more of an event, because you see the truck shaking. This is not because I'm getting loaded. It's because I'm getting unloaded when I should be getting loaded. And let's see what my GPS says on my distance here. You guys get to look at me.
Please drive to highlighted route.
Please drive the highlighted route. Okay, so if I leave right now, I'll still be an hour early for the customer. So there's that. So if they can get me loaded within a half an hour, reloaded within a half an hour, we'll be good. Let's see. I'm staying here. Jeff is always the same. He gets distracted by stock, says GNC Family Trucking. If a broker is going to screw around and waste a trucker's time, not just once but twice, that broker ought to be considered him or herself lucky that any trucker continues to pick up their loads. Well, you know, Alexander, here's the thing. This broker is really good about paying for their mistakes. That's why I still work with them. Their loads are easy. They're a lot of the stuff I like doing. And when I've made $1,000 for 80 miles because of their screw up, hey, guys, you got to realize that my costs are low, okay? And people are like, well, I wouldn't waste my time with that short stuff. But the super short stuff, with the right brokers, if there's a mistake made, you can capitalize on it. That's the thing. It's being able to have the patience. Now, would I rather be driving and putting about 300 miles underneath me? That would feel better? Absolutely. But, you know, it's I can't tell you how many times that I've made good money on less than 200 miles. And, you know, and my fuel for the week is only $300 or $400. Whereas, you know, if I'm, hell, I might do that in one load if I'm going long, you know. RN says he can watch us both. And you keep miles off your truck. Right. Guys, last year I only did 65,000 miles. You know, the new guy that's over here that's wanting to look for 2 company drivers to drive his extra trucks. He mentioned in Jeff's live feed the other day that he's doing 160,000 miles himself. And that's fine. I mean, that's probably why he owns 3 trucks, but I have no desire to own 3 trucks. You know, and if it wasn't for my, I don't know, even keeled positive outlook, I don't think I would want to own one. You know, I mentioned this last night. I do like being out on the road. You know, when I went to Florida, it felt good. Atlanta was a breeze. That's the only major, well, Birmingham was a breeze. You know, and I had my trailer tire issue, which created the trailer issue I've got now. And there's an element of trucking I like. But here's the key. Here's the key to success, people. The more successful you can be at trucking, the less stress you can put on yourself. When it comes down to problematic situations like I'm in, it's easier to handle. You know, I'm not needing to make a $4,000 a month truck note. I'm not, you know, my family's not going to starve if I don't make, you know, $6,000 this week. And when you don't have that kind of pressure and everybody else's mistakes make you money, to me, that's what makes something a lot more tolerable, you know? Positive outlook, you're like a depressed trucking New York. That's funny, the whole, because that used to be my old nickname before Snorlord. That was my old, of course, you know, I'm glad that my handle changed because obviously having the name Eeyore would be a problem. But, you know, because of Disney and all that, but you know, it's now they're loading me pretty quickly, and the only problem is with that is I don't know if I can get out of here without taking this dude's hood out. That's the only problem. We're pretty tight in here. But maybe I can convince Knight to detach from his trailer, because you got the mound of snow. You got the snow to get out. I almost crushed my bumper on that snow. When the snow is that hard packed, because it's like 50 degrees and melting, that will take a bumper out. Where if it's soft snow that's fallen, it's poof, no big deal. But well, it's an international. I don't want to total the truck there, John, if I take the hood out. What snow? The whole, you should have been paying attention. So, but look, what can you do? What can you do? So I've been sitting here watching James Best and talking to a couple of friends. I get where you're coming from. I guess it could be worse someone else making a mistake or two if they're willing to make up for it. It's just the time wasting is a big pet peeve of mine. And look, I was going to be angry if all of a sudden I got a truck order not used. So basically I spent a night in the truck I didn't need to, spent fuel to come down here, spent fuel to run the APU, and wasted 5 hours after starting my clock, where I could have been booked another load and been making some money. That would have ticked me off. And luckily we're not doing that. They're reloading me, I think, according to my gauge. And I've already informed the broker that we're probably going to be late on the delivery. So we'll see. I'm from the north. That's not snow. I was watching Angelica Larson, and the last video she did, man, she's in the woods, man. She's doing stuff that 90% of American truck drivers wouldn't even do. So learn how to do taxes, make money doing people's taxes while you wait. If I was going to do that, I wouldn't drive a truck anymore. I would just get my authority and put someone on and then stay at home and do taxes. But I'm a tax professional, people say. No, it's just, what can you do, right? So anyways, that's all I got. We'll make this a short live feed. I know you don't, the whole, because you're weird. You're weird. So anyways, I guess we'll go over to Jeff's feed, see what he's talking about. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.